No, awesome. Okay, so we are live. So we're just going to jump into it to respect everyone's time who's popped on right at 7. So thank you guys so much. We are super pumped to be able to bring this presentation to you guys. And yeah, we just know that the technology that we're going to be sharing tonight is going to be able to optimize your business. Every single one of us have these machines in our own home for personal use. So they're very affordable, they're amazing, they're life-changing, but we also know that they can save people money, and businesses are all about saving money. So that's what we're really going to be focusing on tonight. So my name is Carly. I'm from Cranbrook, BC. I'm a very busy mom, an online entrepreneur, and one of the co-founders of Empowered by Water. We also have Ricardo on the line. He is our tech and creative support. He's amazing. He and I will be really kind of going through the chat to see if there's any questions throughout. So like I said, there's a little chat bubble for those of you guys tuning on live. If you're on your phone or on your desktop, just play around and you should be able to see it. So type in anything at any time. We will have a formal Q&A at the end where we'll make sure that we get to any of the other questions. And if you want to put comments in there anytime, same with any of the team members jumping on, definitely comment in there. We'll be keeping an eye out. If you guys need us to go back a slide, just say so. We can pop out and stop Josh. He's totally okay with that. So yeah, just really want it to be interactive. And anyone who has to jump off the call early, no problem. We will have a recording available, so please make sure that you reach out to the person who invited you to this. We can get you connected. You can also email us. We'll drop it. I'll drop it here in the chat here in a minute, but it's info@empoweredbywater.ca. So you can email us. You can set up a specialized business plan. Josh will be going over that for anyone who is wanting to look into this further for their specific business, because this presentation is quite general. There's a million different types of businesses, so we've tried to cram in as much as we can to give you guys value, to see if this is something that you would want to look into further. There's no, you don't have to commit to anything tonight or even on the call. The calls that we'll be scheduling for anyone interested, they're at no cost, and it's really just to dive deep into how it would look specifically for your business. So that brings me to Josh. He is our resident product expert and co-founder of Empowered by Water. Super happy to be partnered with Josh. I've known him for some time, and he's just so knowledgeable, a stand-up guy, so I couldn't think of a better person to be doing this with. He's going to really lead you through all the information, and Ricardo and I will be on the side answering any questions for people and directing Josh if we need to stop the presentation and get him to answer anything. So without further ado, I'd like to hand it over. I'm going to take off the video for me, and it'll just be Josh. So thanks again, and Josh, it's all yours.
Right on, Carly. Thanks for the intro. It's my pleasure to be here today with everybody here, and welcome as well. So yeah, today we want to propose optimizing your business and your life with water. So as Carly mentioned, I'm hosting the presentation for you guys tonight, and thanks for thanks to technology, I can do that from Costa Rica. So although it's dark out right now, you're gonna everybody will get to see some palm trees in the demo videos that I've done for you there. So. Yeah, I became involved in this business because of the quality of life that it offered. Obviously being able to, work remote and travel around as well. Being able to do everything online now. But as a group, we're very excited to show you, how we can have an effect on your business quality, the environment, as well as save you money, which is a, big point that Carly brought up too. Everybody's about saving money. So just before we get started, this is just the first slide here. So has everybody figured out the chat and, how to put something in the Q&A? Maybe just drop a yes if everything's good to go. Let us know that you can see the slides okay. I am in Costa Rica, like I said, so it's a bit of a rainstorm out there right now. So we're hoping that the internet quality holds up. But you guys can always just, type something in the chat, let Carly know, let Ricardo know. And like I say, if it gets blurry or something happens and we need to slow down, just communicate with us. And yeah, we're really looking forward to your engagement and working with us in the chat. So, all right. I don't see any chats popping up, but hopefully everybody can see me, hear me. Slides look good. All right, there's a couple pings. So, okay, perfect. So yeah, Carly and Ricardo, they can just jump on and let me know if they need to. All right, let's get started. So our target is to understand your specific business needs. So this is kind of the start of that process. We've reached out to you because we feel that your business is, something that we could really help optimize with our product. So what we'd like to do here is to really start understanding your business. So that's going to happen obviously with your engagement. We understand that each business is unique. So we designed this presentation to be broad, and we also designed it in two parts. We appreciate your time. We know time is valuable. So with the first part, we're going to cover how the products can save you money. And it's only going to take a few slides and a few minutes followed by a demo. So we want to really kind of drive that home, how we feel that in most businesses, we're going to be able to, introduce this product and actually save you money right off the bat. The second part is going to show you how the same investment, we can also provide you with 20 times the value, that you're putting into this product. So at the end, we're going to make sure that all your questions are answered so that we can, so that you can make an informed decision. You should all have contact with whoever invited you out here. So, we work together as a team, and like Carly mentioned, if you'd like to, we're going to do the Q&A at the end. So write down any notes, also in the chat as well, write it in the chat. Ricardo, Carly, any of the other team members that might be on are going to be able to help you out with most questions, probably all the questions, but if there's anything else that I need to cover, we'll get it in the Q&A, and or write a note down and we can pull you out live and we can sort it out at the end. So does that sound fair to everybody? Yes, no, in the chat, maybe. Okay, there's one. All right. So why water? If there's magic on this planet, it's contained in water. Water is the only substance on Earth found naturally in three forms: liquid, solid, and gas. So 71% of the Earth is water. 50 to 75% of the human body should be water. Now, many of you may know, but 90% of the population is chronically dehydrated. So it's a big issue. This is important. When your brain is 80% water, lungs 90% water, water is a huge part of our life. It's one of the most important things to our existence. And, as we know, it's also extremely powerful. Just, I know it's coming into winter time for you guys, so it makes me think of all the frost heaves on those Canadian roads that I don't get to see anymore. But even down here in Costa Rica, it used to blow me away, like what frost and what it would do, what water can do in Canada. And down here in Costa Rica with the flooding, it's absolutely phenomenal. Like I've seen it, cut right through roads, just running water, like flooding water running down the side of a road. And I mean, just cut right through the pavement and, take out bridges and everything. So we know that water is a very powerful element on our planet. And that's why we think it makes sense to harness that power for your business. So we have some case studies where, in an average family, 2 adults, child, pets, we can save around $300 a month in their household budget by optimizing with our product. So we've seen monthly savings of up to 93% on consumables, so averaging between $200 to $300 a month. We understand that every business is unique, like we mentioned. However, seeing these case studies in average households, we're confident that we can provide you with even more savings for your business. Even in a small business too. So, I mean, as long as we can find at least $100 in monthly specific consumables, obviously that our product can replace at a much lower cost, it would also create enough savings that you could invest into this versatile product that we're going to offer you, and still provide your business with a superior replacement for that consumable, and keep you within the same budget. So our goal is to be able to look at your business, find out your business needs and where this product can fit into your business. It's very versatile. And, we're confident that it's not going to take very much of a budget with a consumable item that we would be able to actually insert this machine in without changing your budget at all. Just provide you with a superior product as a replacement. And, like I said, later in the slide, we'll show you how that can actually turn into quite an investment as well. So, as an entrepreneur, would you rather spend $100 or invest it? Let me know in the chat if you would rather spend $100 or invest it. So I'm talking about on something consumable that you're having to buy every single month, Or if we show you a way to invest that same $100, get those consumables anyhow, that you're just blowing your money there. I see some pings. So now we're talking, right? So if we can show you how to turn that $100 in your monthly, spend into an investment, would you buy the product? Maybe, not sure. Nobody wants to commit to that one, but I think it kind of makes sense, right? So let us show you. Let us show you how we can do that. So getting to know your business. Like I said, the more engagement we get from you guys, the easier it's going to be for us to help you out, and actually show you that, we can make this product fit into your business and really save you some money and provide you that value. So in the chat again, what's your monthly spending on cleaning solutions? If even in your house, like what would you estimate you're spending a month on cleaning solutions? And even more helpful if you can let us know what types of cleaning solutions that you do use, how many liters, that type of thing, because then it just comes down to the numbers. We can actually look at your business, look at even your household budget, and that's something that we can work with. There we go. There's a few pings. Hopefully somebody's doing the math there in the background. All right, so this is the first product that I'd like to introduce you to. This is the Mighty Kangen 8. Initial designs for this product were created 45 years ago for cleaning, sterilizing, and wound care in hospitals. It produces 5 types of water with 7 different pH values. All right, so we're gonna get into how this machine works, but this is the one I want you guys to, to kind of focus on here first. 5 different types of water. So we'll get you familiar with these different types, but just to kind of start giving you a visual of what we're talking about, we've got the strong Kangen water, which is the strong alkaline water, 11.5 pH, which also, while being produced, simultaneously produces a strong acid water of around 2.5 pH. We've got the Kangen drinking water, we've got clean, just normal filtered water, as well as beauty water. So to understand the different types of water, and just some of the visual slides and comparisons that we're going to give you, we'll talk about the pH and also about the ORP here of the water, like how we're going to be able to measure this and show it to you and actually prove to you that this water is superior to, to other products or other types of water, etc. So basically with pH, I mean, a lot of you guys might be familiar with this, but just a basic rundown. 7 right in the middle is going to be neutral. When it goes blue to purple, that's when you're getting alkaline. Alkaline generally is related to, to better health, right? Like the body naturally maintains a slightly alkaline state. Your body is self-regulating. It's slightly alkaline. Stuff that you can relate to being alkaline is going to be, like a salad, like green, leafy greens, that type of stuff. I mean, that's the stuff that's going to be known to be alkaline and, alkaline in your body, or when you eat it, right? So, and then on the other side, we've got the acidic side. So that is in general, kind of known to be, the unhealthy side, like if one of your cells, becomes unhealthy, it's going to start to turn acidic, and that's when a lot of different diseases can start to show up. Generally when that goes acidic. So knowing that your body is 70-75% water when it's optimum, it's important to try to balance that scale. So processed foods, sugar, stuff like that, that's all going to be on the acidic side. Like all those types of things, most bottled water, pop, that type of stuff, that's all going to be acidic, and your body's just going to have to work a lot harder to neutralize that and to balance out your pH. ORP, so this is oxygen or oxidation reduction potential, oxygen reduction potential. Same kind of thing in a scale. We're going to be measuring positive and negative, except on this scale, the positive is actually it's actually the negative side for us. I mean, it's the side that we're referring to as, oxidizing. So if you look at that like rusting, so like your car or something like that, when it's rusting, it's oxidizing, right? If it's in the negative side of the ORP, we can measure that in different liquids. And when it's negative, you're going to be antioxidizing. So when we're talking about green tea, vitamin C, cod liver oil is really strong and known to be very antioxidizing. Those are all things that we associate with antioxidants, right? You know, berries, that type of thing. So that's all going to be on the negative side. And then, you know, bottled water, like I mentioned before, pop, everything like that. Generally, the stuff that's acidic is also going to be, you know, it's not always the case, but it's also going to be positive in ORP. So, you know, basically aging to your body is what we want to show you. Body, fruits, vegetables, all that type of stuff. So the strong acidic water is where we're going to start. This is extremely effective. It's environmentally friendly, no harmful chemicals, no toxic fumes, safe to the skin, eyes, and lungs, and no chemical residue. Okay, and we're going to show you why that's important here. It's out of our machines, out of our product, it's the only product in, you know, on the market in, you know, the water ionizer industry that actually produces strong acidic water, you know, that's hypochlorous acid. It's strong enough that it's considered hypochlorous acid. And what hypochlorous acid is, we'll kind of break this down here for you. It's the 2.5 strong acidic water that we're talking about. It's EPA approved for surface disinfecting, FDA approved for skin, food, and produce. And in Europe, it's EU Biocide and CE mark approved as well. So, I mean, it's gone through all the testing and certifications. It kills 99% plus of all viruses, bacteria, mold, fungus, germs on contact. Hypoallergenic. It's produced fresh out of this machine on site, so no harmful preservatives. Where you'll see this type of, you know, the hypochlorous acid, where you're going to see it used, probably don't notice it, but it's common in food production industries, grocery stores. They'll actually put it in the misters, like the produce misters and whatnot. This is approved to be used in neonatal units, so premature babies. That's how gentle it is, but also how powerful, because I mean, it's so important to, you know, to have everything sterile, right? It's actually approved to be used on pacifiers and children's toys without even being wiped off. So that's pretty cool. And I think as a business owner, you can be thinking about efficiency as well. Time is also money. If we're saving you time, we're also saving you money. Something that's, you know, saving that elbow grease, or, you know, just the fact that you're not having to apply something and then remove it as well, right? So, you know, any kind of, you know, food production, even, you know, I've sold these before to people in daycares and whatnot as well. Previously, they had to use, you know, it was regulated, they had to use bleach, right? Where being able to use this product and knowing that it was safe, it wasn't, you know, such a strenuous activity to disinfect all the toys and everything in the daycare and make sure they're all wiped off and clean. So, you know, so the kids aren't running around putting everything in their mouths, right? So it's used in the medical field as well for wound care, diabetic ulcers, eczema, burns, that type of stuff. There's a lot of uses for it. There's a lot of different ways you can use this. So it cleans faster and more effectively than most common brands like Lysol and bleach. Cleans and deodorizes almost any surface. Okay, so I think we've covered all that. Quick comparison here. We've got a couple of them, but here's just a quick visual comparison for the hypochlorous acid, the 2.5 acidic water we're still talking about here, versus bleach. Okay, just bleach, very common. It's cheap. We know it's man-made. It's chemical, right? So the other really cool thing about hypochlorous acid and how it's being produced from this machine on demand, it's actually something that's found in nature. So it's something that all mammals actually have in our systems, right? So it's produced in the white blood cells. So if you're, you know, injured or cut or something like that, that's what your body actually uses to fight infection. It's, you know, it's basically, it's the hypochlorous acid. So that's one of the reasons why it is so safe and you know, can be used. It's used in wound care and that type of thing. I mean, it's something that you know, isn't foreign to us. It's something totally natural. So we went over FDA approved. We know bleach is as well. EPA approved as hand sanitizer. Well, you're not going to, you know, use bleach at full strength to, you know, sanitize your hands. Environmentally friendly. That's the other thing with the hypochlorous acid. The reason, I think I covered it, but the reason you don't have to wipe it off anything, once you apply it, as soon as it dries, like it oxidizes very quickly. And that's where the disinfecting strength comes from. Once it has, it's completely spent. So once it's dry, it's completely spent, and it actually reverts back to saline. So it's just salt water. And that's the reason here why we've got no warning labels required. So dealing with employees and new people and whatnot, it's been almost 6 years since I've been out of Canada in any kind of industry where I've had to have WHMIS or anything like that, MSDS charts, that type of thing. But so I'm not even sure what it's called now, but that's what it was when I left. All right, well, we're getting some chats in there. Cool. So hopefully the panelists are staying busy. I can't see what you guys are saying. I can just see that you're engaging. So thanks for that. I'm assuming everything's good. I don't need to go back. Nobody's cut me off. So we'll keep going, and it's all good. Okay.
That's good.
Nice. Okay, good. All right, so this is just another comparison here. It's another chart. What we've done is just taken kind of just a section or a screenshot. We've actually got lab tests, ATS lab tests that test hypochlorous acid versus bleach versus other competitors' acidic water, which is not strong enough to be hypochlorous acid, as well as another common chemical used in commercial cleaners. So we're just giving you a quick screenshot here, just comparing it to the bleach again. And so the hypochlorous acid that our machine produces is in the blue. The bleach is on the far right. And you can see here, I mean, it's proven in lab tests. Hepatitis B, hypochlorous acid is going to kill it, right? Bleach, no. So, I mean, we've even got AIDS on here. Mold, E. coli, salmonella, all that stuff. I mean, mold, 30 seconds, within 30 seconds, it's done. Where bleach, we're taking up to 5 minutes to actually kill it in a lab. So I didn't know that. I wasn't aware, that it actually took 5 minutes to kill mold, but anyhow, now I use hypochlorous acid, so it's all good. Simultaneously, we'll show you how this works, but just to kind of pre-frame it before we give you the demo, the strong while producing the hypochlorous acid, the strong acidic water, the machine's also producing 11.5 pH water as well. So this is on the other end of the scale. This is really alkaline water. This is strong alkaline water. So the benefits of this is it's a very powerful degreaser. It basically cleans everything that the 2.5 pH water doesn't. I mean, it makes sense. It's on the opposite end of the scale, right? So they're doing the two extreme opposites, but very highly applicable in in cleaning. So it's published and proven to remove pesticides faster and more effectively than veggie cleaner or other home remedies. So this one is huge. I mean, this is huge in households, but we're looking at this, as far as restaurants as well. Cleaning, pesticides and whatnot off your fruits and vegetables. I mean, this machine will do that as well. So, I mean, the benefit behind that is huge. And not only is it doing it, it's doing it with a very low, where negative is what we're looking for to be antioxidizing. So a very low ORP. And it's actually, it has the same effect as on our body. So antioxidizing, anti-aging, if you're soaking and cleaning your produce in this, this strong alkaline water, it's also anti-aging, it's antioxidizing. And we've seen up to a week on different types of produce, longer shelf life after it's been soaked and washed. And also it's, like I say, it's published. This is scientifically proven and published that it removes the herbicides, pesticides, that type of stuff off of your produce. So that's a big one right there as well on the opposite end of the scale. So it has a soap-like effect, but basically it's emulsifying with the oil. So the stuff that's sprayed onto the produce is generally oil-based, so that it doesn't have to be reapplied, right? So most people will come home. I mean, I was guilty of this before as well. They'll take their fruits and vegetables, maybe before you go and eat it, you're gonna rinse it, for 10 seconds under the tap water, and that's it, right? So it's really doing nothing. I mean, the whole lifespan of that produce, it's been watered or been outside in the rain, and this stuff is designed so that it doesn't come off. So that's, that was kind of for a business owner, if you guys are in any kind of food service industry or dealing with produce and whatnot, this is probably something that you're aware of. But for me, it was it was pretty powerful to learn that. So this is also chemical free, just like the hypochlorous acid, chemical free and safe, on your skin as well. There's actually just another thing I'll touch on. There's actually some recipes for it as well. So anybody in the food service industry, stopping your dressings from separating or any kind of a recipe like that, this is safe. You can drink it. Same as the hypochlorous acid. You can actually use it in different recipes to keep your oils from emulsifying or from separating. Sorry. Keep them emulsified. So also can be used for like the main uses we're going for, and like the heavy uses we're looking at: oven, stovetop cleaner, stain removal for carpet, clothing, linens, laundry and dish soap as well, and bathroom stain remover. All right, so how are we feeling about this? I'll let maybe Carly, I think Carly, you're going to jump back on there, but it's demo time.
Yeah, thanks so much, Josh. That was super awesome. Who's getting value? Type in the chat if you are already like, holy crap, I could definitely see myself using one of these machines. It's incredible. Yeah, so good. Value, holy crap. Awesome. So we're going to go right into the demo time. So how this works is, for those of you that can click on the link right on the slide, that's great. If not, Ricardo is actually going to be typing a link right there. It's just in the chat. So you will be able to click on the link and it's going to take you to a website. Sorry, so that's the first one. Is this the second one is coming up for the YouTube channel, Ricardo, or is that the same one?
No, that should be this. He just shortened it. It should be that one. Yeah.
Great. So yeah, anyone can click on that link. It'll take them to our YouTube channel. The video is about 9 minutes or so. Hey, Josh?
Yeah, it's just under 10 minutes. So just if anybody's having any problems, just let us know in the chat for sure. But what we're planning to do is just give you, we'll give you about, I'd say about 10, 11 minutes. So what I'm seeing, it's just about to turn 7:30 my time. So say right around 7:40, we'll try to check back in. Does that sound good?
Can't see the link in the chat. If you scroll above, Keegan, can you see it? Here it goes again. Ricardo just posted it again. So it'll take you right to the demo. And for those of you that are watching the replay, you'll see in your email that we will have demo 1 link and demo 2 link. So you'll be able to check it out. Are you guys able to click on that one?
And it's working, Carly. You have 5 people already clicking on the link.
Okay.
6.
Nothing is in the chat. That's so weird.
Let me send it directly to Anna.
There's a couple of people that have said, oh, some other people said, there it is. Thanks, Connie. For some reason, it wasn't showing for other people. Okay, it looks like it's all good. So yeah, you guys go ahead and check it out and we will reconvene. We'll just be sitting over here awkwardly waiting for you. Oh, I see what happened, Ricardo. It was just sent to all panelists.
Ah, okay, instead of attendees.
Mm-hmm. So for anyone watching the replay, I guess we should say you can fast forward through this and we'll have the links available in the email.
Good point. All right, we should be getting close. I dropped a little message in the chat. Just anybody that has finished the video, maybe just jump on and let us know it's done. But it should be getting pretty close. I know there's a few people that got the link late, so we can give it a couple extra minutes.
Yeah, if you watched the presentation already, let us know in the chat what you thought of it. That's pretty incredible, hey? Yeah, Stephanie says, great video. Thank you for sharing.
Nice.
Ashley says, so amazing. And it's crazy because anyone could do these demos. I've done them before just on my own, just as little experiments. They work. Like the water is real. It's crazy. Everyone's saying, great demo, powerful, love it.
Right on. I've got the chat up there now, so.
Oh, great. Yeah, Connie, eventually that this is something. For now, we're just keeping it to this presentation, but absolutely, I think down the road we can share this for sure. Ashley says, oh my God, washed my grapes and strawberries yesterday and it was so nasty how much stuff came off. Amanda said, I like that you showed the chlorine being absorbed into the body as well as the produce. Yeah, that part is so gross when you stuck your fingers in the water and then pulled it out and then the chlorine was gone in the water. That's where it's going, you guys, is in our skin, in our children, in our pets, into our food. It's disgusting. Cool. Okay, well, I would say everyone looks like they've watched it.
Yeah, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 anyhow. So got 8 out of 16, but maybe not everybody's letting us know. So yeah, I think, I don't know, what do you think? Maybe another 30 seconds and then we go?
Sure.
There we go.
Marissa says, I've been doing experiments as well with the water. Crazy. Ellen says, awesome, great demo.
Right on.
Cool. All right.
Ready to go?
Let's give her.
All right, let's do it. Okay, hopefully everybody's back. We will move on. There we go. All right, so that's the first part of the presentation. And how many, just, you know, now that you're back and you're warmed up and you're in the chat, everybody's excited. Just let us know how many people can see how this machine could already save you money, whether it's in your business or, you know, in your house. I mean, we know personal, like as personal use in your household, this machine will save you money if you use it, if you optimize it and use all the functions. But just what we've seen so far, let us know if you can see the value that this machine could bring to your business or your life. Or not. Somebody will say something. Okay, so if your business, like, you know, basically like we were talking about in the first few slides there, I mean, if you're using harsh, hazardous, environmentally damaging chemicals and spending over $100 a month on cleaning solutions, we can provide you options to own one of these machines for less than $80 a month OAC. So like I said, in an average household, I mean, if you're using it for for everything that you can and really optimizing all the different uses out of this machine, I mean, $200 to $300 is what we're seeing in savings, and we can get you set up with one of these machines for around $80 a month. So right there, let me know if that sounds like it's worth it to you. If you saw that kind of savings, would it be worth it? All right, so the rest of the presentation, the second part, 20 times value. So the claim that we're making about the 20 times value that we know, talking about this product as an investment, not only can we make it fit into most budgets and actually save money right off the bat, pay for itself and save money, up to 3 times its value, right off the bat. We're also going to show you how it's going to be an investment, personally or, for your business as well, where it can actually provide, quite a bit of additional value. So how 20 times? Obviously, the big one, saving more money. Increase your business and life quality, branding, marketing value by going green, helping the environment, being unique, sticking out, as well as, with the, increasing your business quality, you're going to have customer retention, as well as referrals. So let's talk about the key benefits to the other types of water that this produces. So, like the visual at the beginning, produces 5 different types of water, 7 different pHs. We've covered 2. So let's talk about some of the other types of water and how that can, what kind of benefit that's going to, bring to your life or to your business. So Kangen is a Japanese word. It means return to origin. And I think just already we've kind of shown you how it's something that's powerful and it's coming out of a machine, we're recreating it, but it's something that's also natural. So that's where the name came from, Kangen, like I say, meaning return to origin. So the 8.5 and 9.5 Kangen drinking water is referred to as electrolyzed reduced water, okay? So this is the next type of water that we're going to get into and we're gonna talk about. It's hydrogen-rich and chemical-free water, antioxidizing, extremely antioxidizing, anti-inflammatory, and super hydrating. So like the hypochlorous acid, it's also found in nature. Rolling down a fresh stream, it's being ionized and mineralized as it's rolling down a fresh stream. I mean, that's the way we were naturally supposed to, be finding our water and drinking our water. Since we've, everything is, we're expanding, we're becoming more industrial and whatnot. I mean, all the infrastructure and whatnot that brings us our water now, it's just not the same, right? We're drinking dead water. It's contaminated, full of chemicals and whatnot. But this is the way it was originally made to be consumed by us, right? So rolling down a fresh stream, it happens in lakes and rivers. When lightning hits, it's the same effect, right? It's the same electrolysis effect. So also with melting ice and icebergs as well, you find you find this ionized water in those areas in nature. So what Enagic has done is they've recreated this effect. So we can have water the way it was meant to be in nature, but on demand in our homes and in our businesses. So not all water is created equal, and that's what we're going to get into a little bit more now. There's a lot of misconceptions around alkaline water. I don't like to refer to this even as alkaline water. We're talking about the scale, the pH scale, and everything like that. But this is something that's in a different realm. It's totally different. So I mean, most people have probably heard a lot of hype, positive and negative, both sides. But I mean, it's hard to really know what to believe when you hear people talking about alkaline water and whatnot. But this is something different. This is not alkaline water, this is alkalized water. So we'll go over the differences between that and really explain how it's clearly and how we can show you that it is and also that it's published. I mean, this is stuff that is not disputed. This is published, scientific, non-biased studies that will back up these slides and these facts that I'm bringing to you. So alkaline water is it's chemically created. It's with chemicals or minerals, right? So alkalized, on the other hand, is electrical shock, right? It's produced with electricity. The water is basically being shocked, just like a lightning strike or whatnot, like I described in the last slide. Calcium, magnesium, and whatnot that they put into water, say bottled water or even in tap water, the different stuff that they put into it to make it alkaline. That's where you get the bad rep, the bad rep on alkaline water, where it can actually affect your stomach acid, your blood pH, and build up in your system. Where the alkalized water, it doesn't do that. Okay, it doesn't affect the stomach acid, and it actually neutralizes in the system. Right? It's going after free radicals. It's free radical scavenging, flushes them out of your system, and it's neutralized. Alkaline water, again, like it's generally dead water. We'll show you that with the ORP scale, the positive and the negative, oxidizing, antioxidizing. But your alkaline waters are going to be inflammatory. They're oxidizing, they're aging. Where on the other side, the hydroxyl and the hydrogen gas is the most powerful antioxidant known to man. Okay, so antioxidizing, anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, all of those properties are what you're getting when you drink the 8.5 to 9.5 Kangen water. So electrolyzed reduced water. We're going to get into the, little bit of the science here. I'm not a real science guy, but I mean, this is just kind of a bit of a breakdown for people that, want to understand it a little bit deeper. So what's actually happening with the electrolyzed reduced water? Our machines are, the most powerful machines on the market, and they'll actually, they shock the water and they actually create a disassociation of the the water molecule. So the water is energized basically. So so it's blasted apart. You've got hydroxyl and the free hydrogen. You've got your positive and negative ions. And you're basically, what's happening is your water molecule is broken down into a lot smaller clumps. So normal tap water, processed water, bottled water, you're looking at about 16 to 25 molecules in a cluster, where your living water, your Kangen water, you're down to 5 or 6. So just think about it as, how that can penetrate so much faster. Like a smaller cluster of water, it's penetrating into your cells, into your system, into your organs so much faster. It's actually, it's been shown that from the time you drank the water, 10 minutes later, that water's already in your skin. Like within, it's like a minute or something like that, it can already be, into your brain. Like it absorbs so much faster, so it's basically just engineered for maximum hydration. So the smaller molecules, they flush toxin faster, up to 6 times faster. It's going 6 times faster in, it's flushing and coming out 6 times faster as well. So the other big thing that I notice with this water is you don't feel bloated, so you drink, one of these big glasses of water, you drink a big glass of water. It's what I do every morning now. It's my routine. Wake up, big glass of water, and I'm not walking around feeling it sloshing or feeling bloated. It absorbs into your body so much faster. And, it's lubricating joints, surrounding tissues, anti-inflammatory. We talked about that. So faster recoveries. Less pain, when we're talking about, going to the gym or any kind of physical exercise or activities. And yeah, basically just ultimately designed for maximum hydration. Another cool fact, so it flushes basically with your water being, 70, 75% water. If you're drinking the ideal amount of water for your body weight, you can essentially be flushing your body. I mean, that 72%, you can be renewing and flushing your body within weeks with this, hydrogen-rich antioxidizing water. So, that's pretty powerful to think about it. If you had anything that you're going to replace 70 to 75% of the parts on every month, basically is, definitely going to last you a lot longer. So our bodies are the only ones we have. The bottled water industry. So my background is actually in oil and gas, and I've been out of it doing this for a while now. But I was even shocked when I started researching this and really finding out more information about the bottled water industry. I was shocked, because seeing all the all the options for recycling and whatnot, you would think that most water bottles are getting recycled and they are making it to the depots, but what I've been seeing is only about 10 to 20% of the bottles are actually recycled. So the rest end up in landfills, and it's estimated like 46,000 pieces per square mile in the ocean. 46,000 pieces of plastic or per square mile in the ocean. It's crazy. So these, like the plastic in water bottles, it doesn't biodegrade. It only breaks down into smaller pieces. So, chemicals are leaching back into the soils, animals are eating them, basically it comes around full circle and they end up as our food. This is another really cool thing that I, kind of looking around and became aware of, is the amount that the average American or North American spends on bottled water. Like, it's something that you might not realize, but if you do purchase bottled water, around 1,500 bottles are consumed a second. Bottles of water are consumed a second, and that's in the United States. So what that works out to is about $400 a year average per person, up to $1,800 a year. That's like an average, where and that's off of every person, right? So that's a huge amount of money that on average that people are spending a year on bottled water. The worst part about it is that most people think that it's healthier, like buying that water is actually healthier, when it's actually not. In most cases, it's not. It's 4 times less regulated than tap water. And I think up to 50% of bottled water is actually just repackaged tap water. Up to 1/3 was found to be contaminated above the limits in a 4-year study of the National Resource Defense Council. It's just so much less regulated, right? So the World Health Organization actually announced a review after 90% of the top brands contained an average of 325 plastic microparticles per bottle. So some of these brands, like 90% of the top brands, right? But some of them were up to, it was Nestle, I think it was like 10,500 plastic microparticles per bottle. That was their average. So that's the same as the environment, except that we've got a lot less time. So, I mean, if you're ingesting these plastic microparticles into your body, you're not, I mean, if they're big enough, luckily, if you're lucky, you're going to flush it out, right? But if they're big enough, they're just getting stuck. They're not being flushed through your system, and there's no way you're going to break those down in your lifetime, right? So here's another question. Gone through a couple slides here, but who buys bottled water? Like, is there anybody here that buys bottled water personally for your employees? Maybe even sell it. Like, do you guys use it in your business? I know different spas or gyms, maybe even restaurants selling bottled water, that type of thing. Is there anybody here that spends on bottled water or resells it or anything like that in their business? So we provide bottled water to our customers. Okay, so do you charge? I mean, obviously you're charging them for it, or what type of business are you in? Yeah. Cool. All right. So moving on, tap water. Hundreds of man-made chemicals are added to tap water. So most people are probably aware of this. I didn't care, prior to getting into this business and actually learning more about it. But now that I know about it, now that I'm doing water demonstrations and tests and stuff like that, it's pretty, it's extreme, right? I mean, I know, it's regulated at safe levels to a point, right? But we don't need to be consuming all that. I mean, the end user, we don't need to be doing that. And I hope that, like that demo, like some of you guys mentioned there, makes you realize that even just washing your hands, brushing your teeth, rinsing stuff under the tap, it only takes that long, and you're absorbing, who knows what out of the bottled water. So I know it's necessary for sterilizing, protecting the infrastructure, so we're not rotting out pipes that are, under our streets, in our houses, in our neighborhoods and whatnot. I mean, it's necessary to protect the infrastructure, and also necessary so people aren't getting sick all over the place. We need to keep everything, keep it sterile. I know it's necessary. There's just options. There's ways we can deal with this and not have to, be exposed as much as most of us are. So, so stuff like pollutants, depending on the water treatment system, pharmaceuticals are found back in the water if it's a water treatment system, pesticides as well, heavy metals. There's lots of different stuff that, it has been found when tap water's been tested. So, I mean, tap water is, it's healthier than soft drinks and whatnot. But according to the Environmental Working Group, there have been, like up to 315 pollutants found in different American tap water sources, okay? So 315 different pollutants. Half of these pollutants are completely unregulated and can legally exist in any amount. So that's one thing that I'm really aware of too, being down here in Costa Rica. My Spanish isn't great. And I've been wanting to do some lab tests and do some of the stuff and see what kind of stuff we're dealing with here in Costa Rica. But if I go into the lab and I want the water tested, they're like, well, what do you want me to test for? And I'm like, well, everything. Tell me what's in the water. I want to know everything. But I mean, this is just, one example, right? I mean, there's certain things that, need to be tested for in municipal water systems, but most of it is completely unregulated. So with the Kangen water system, it produces unlimited, clean, chemical-free, hydrogen-rich, free radical scavenging, anti-aging water for 25 plus years. So if you take care of this product, you buy it once, it's a lifetime product. So back to the water types here, just to give a brief breakdown, we've covered the 11 pH, 11.5 pH. It's the strong Kangen water. Food preparation, there's lots of different recipes and different ways you can use this in food prep. Cleaning as well, stain removal, dishes. The Kangen water we just went over, also in food preparation, coffee, tea. We're going to show you that a little in right away here, actually. How that can affect coffees, tea, flavors, that type of stuff. Soups, stews, plants. Even, that's another thing with plants. I know I don't have much of a green thumb, but there's a lot of different plants that can benefit from different pHs, different levels of pH in the water. So if anybody's into gardening or, has a greenhouse or hydroponics or anything like that, this is probably something I know, it's been brought up to me before as well, how it's something that would be quite interesting for the different pH levels. So the one that we didn't cover a lot is the beauty water. Now this is another one of the types of water that this machine is going to produce. So washing your face, hair care, pet care, polishing, cleaning windows, that type of stuff. This is what this water is really good for. Also with preserving, preparing your fruit before you freeze it, basically. So spraying down your fruit before you, or not necessarily fruit, but any kind of, anything that you're putting into the freezer, any kind of food or produce or whatnot that you're planning to freeze. It's a good way to help it last longer as well. So with face wash and whatnot, it's actually, it's like a toner or an astringent. It can be used as a conditioner for the hair, anti-frizz. There's, it might sound minor, but I remember it was, traveling. I was working overseas for about 5 years and board in airports and getting pulled into these little stores and whatnot. And I actually bought a can of water before. So, and it was an expensive can. It was like 20 or 25 euros. I don't even know. Like I was bored, I was tired, and she was probably really pretty and whatnot, but she sold me this bottle of water and she was telling me how amazing it was and this and that and all this stuff. And since then I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I spent the money, but I talked to her for a little bit. I was bored. And it was just water. That's all it was. It was pH balanced water. So since then and getting involved in this, I see that all over the place. There's all kinds of different beauty manufacturers that sell water, just canned water, aerosol, pump can, anything like that. And that is essentially what this is. And it's producing it for free, right? And it actually is really beneficial. It's a lot more beneficial than I wrote it off to be after I paid the money for that water. But it's pretty amazing what it does for skin. Like in my household alone, people using, even I'm down here in Costa Rica, I'm a little bit ginger, so I burn pretty bad. So I mean, after sun, using less face moisturizers and whatnot, my girlfriend, different people in the household and whatnot, my son for conditioners, hair, that type of thing. It's replaced a lot of products in our house, just the beauty water alone. And then last, the strong acidic water, the hypochlorous acid. We went over that in pretty good detail on the demo as well. Cleaning, disinfecting, different types of hygiene, like we talked about. It was originally designed for wound care in hospitals and sterilizing and commercial operations. So, demo time.
Awesome. Man, it's like, science and, that kind of stuff. It's still like you're always on the edge of your seat listening to all these cool things. So thanks for sharing all that, Josh. We are going to be wrapping up here pretty soon, but we've got one more demo and a couple more things. So thanks for keeping with us. Ricardo has dropped the link in the chat again. Let us know if that is working. And again, this one's about 8-9 minutes, Josh.
Yeah, this one's a little bit shorter. Yeah, just under 10 minutes. So I've got 8:05. So we'll call it 8:15, 8:16, same thing. Just let us know in the chat when you're coming back so that we know it's done, and let us know that it worked, and let us know what you think.
Awesome. All right, guys, we should be pretty good to go. We've got some good questions coming in on the chat here.
Okay.
So Marie had said, does anyone know how many molecules well water is? Ricardo said tap water normally has 16 to 25 molecules. Kangen water, on the other hand, though, is 5 to 6 molecules, so it penetrates much easier. It's absorbed easier into the body and into tea bags, all those different things. And then she asked, but straight water from a well, question mark. That would be the same. It wouldn't, basically the idea behind it is that Kangen water has the lower number of molecules, whereas all other water, tap water, well water, is going to have larger molecules. Is that correct, Josh?
Yeah, it's just like larger clusters. Like generally, it's all going to depend on where you are and you know what your source water is, right? So I mean, if it's actually moving or whatnot, like that's where you'll find it ionized or whatnot, and they'll start to repel each other and whatnot. But if it's just stagnant sitting there in a water bottle or, in the municipal systems, then yeah, it clumps up to like, the 16 to 25. So the water, how many water molecules it has isn't necessarily the main factor like that's important. It's more about what kind of minerals or, what else is in your water, right? So if it's just well water, you're probably not going to have, depending on if it's a community well or if it's your own private well, you're probably not going to have, chlorine and to worry about a lot of the different chemicals that are added into the water. But depending on your water table, you still could have pollutants or, even seasonal stuff that comes through. And then, yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. Like, there's no way I would be able to tell you. I mean, even one house sitting beside the next house, it could be in two different water tables. So, yeah, that's definitely, that's something that needs to be checked, like do a water test. But yeah.
Awesome. Okay, guys, so Josh is going to continue on here. Definitely keep asking questions, and we will get to them. If we can't get them in the chat, we'll be answering them at the end. So thanks again for sticking on with us. We're going to be wrapping up here in the next little bit.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, let's move forward. I hope you guys enjoyed the demo. Like Carly said, any questions or any comments? Thanks for letting us know about the volume. I can work on my Hollywood video editing skills a little bit more and try to get that fixed for next time. So I appreciate the feedback. Moving forward. So this is, we're going to talk about this opportunity in the different types of businesses and, the way that people use it and the way that we see that it could be used. So there's actually Kangen water ionizers in over 32,000 restaurants in North America. So this is a very common application for it. A lot of the stuff we've gone over, I'm not really sure what we have here for businesses. I haven't seen really much of a reply on that, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it. We have the slides here, so we can kind of come back to it if there's something specific that you guys wanted to look at, but I'm just going to kind of glance through them fairly quickly here just to give you guys an idea of the different applications we could have. So gyms, personal trainers, life coaches, physiotherapy, it's antioxidizing, it'll actually neutralize the lactic acid buildup that you will have in your muscles. It's penetrating faster, it's protecting your joints, lubricating your muscles, ligaments, tendons, everything is being better hydrated, but it's also, like I say, it's neutralizing that lactic acid buildup in your muscles and flushing it out of the system faster. So, less recovery time, and definitely higher performance seen in athletes and whatnot, just from, better hydration, right? So pet care, grooming, vets, and pet stores. This one here, I mean, we look at it, very similarly to, daycares and nursing and that type of thing too. I mean, pets are part of our family. There's lots of different skin conditions and whatnot that different breeds are susceptible to, and just having the right pH balance. I mean, typically, I believe with animals as well, but humans, our hair and our skin is slightly acidic, where the blood and the body kind of regulates itself internally to be slightly alkaline. So that's kind of the concept behind the beauty water, and as well with pets and grooming. The cleaning, the hypochlorous acid is huge as well. So vets for wound care, but sterilization is massive. I mean, this is more powerful than bleach, and it's a lot more efficient for you to use. You're not having to apply it, wipe it off, so that pets aren't licking this, licking that. Somebody's prized pets in there and ends up getting sick because it got into some kind of cleaning solution or something like that. So I mean, they can drink this stuff. So daycares, nursing homes, it's, we've covered that a little bit as well already. Not just the water ionizers, but you were introduced to the Anespa as well in the first water demo there. We're going to cover that a little bit more here in just a minute, but also the Ukon, the turmeric supplement. We haven't gone over that a lot yet, but that's, an application, gyms, daycares. We'll cover that on a slide here in just a minute. If anybody wants me to be more specific on a certain type of business or something catches your eye, we'll go over that at the end in the Q&A. So clinics and dental, these machines were designed for hospital use. That's what they were made for. So I mean, back into clinics and dental, cleaning, sterilizing after surgery, recovery. There's actually even in home, like for tooth whitening, mouthwash, you can use the different types of water for that. Holistic medicine. This is all natural and chemical free. You know, every part of, you know, the machine, the Anespa, the Ukon, it's all organic, natural, chemical free. So very suiting and fitting for holistic medicine. Salon, spas, and barbers, same thing, cleaning, disinfecting. You know, different ways that you could use the Anespa, you know, foot baths. You know, I mean, it's essentially it's a hot spring in your house. I mean, you've got a, you know, the Japanese Futamata Radium hot springs. You've got the same, you know, the same minerals found in that hot spring. It's one of the healing hot springs in the world. That same makeup of minerals is, you know, on demand. You could have basically bathe in hot spring water. So I mean, something that could be offered, you know, foot baths, you know, in a spa and whatnot. There's a lot of different unique ways that you could brand yourself, offer something that nobody else has. Schools and offices, you know, so environmentally friendly, you know, reduce plastic waste, healthy drinking solutions. Also for your employees, for students, you know, this water, the hydrogen-rich water, it's bringing nutrients into your system faster. Also, being hydrated gives you more, like being better hydrated immediately gives you better energy, but being better hydrated with a higher quality water, hydrogen-rich water, it's super energizing. It's, you know, it's keeping you more alert. I mean, a lot of that is just basic hydration, but, you know, just with the higher quality water as well. I mean, you know, there's different applications for that as well. This one is really exciting. This one's cool. This is the one we're, you know, we're really starting to look into a lot more. So that's real estate, you know, developments, contractors, tradesmen, that type of stuff. People that can do pre-sale installs, you know, finance these products with the house. I mean, a couple dollars a month on a mortgage, you're not even going to notice it, but it's something that can be used as a real marketing bonus, you know, to boost your sales. So high-end upgrades also, you know, for tradesmen, contractors, you know, and we're going to show you here in a minute as well how it can also be a potentially be a home business, you know, something that you can do while traveling around the world. You can be doing while you live in Costa Rica. So this one's really cool. This is a very, very interesting one that we're excited about here. So we'll get into now, we're going to get into the different models. So you've seen the K8. I've got a K8 here. I've got the 501 Platinum, and I have the Anespa. I also, you know, I've got a couple other of the models as well, but those are the ones that we showed you in the demo, and we'll just go over the ones specifically that we, you know, are presenting to you for commercial or small business use. So the Super 501 is it's the heavy industrial model that we have. So this is the one that's going to be, you know, that we're going to recommend for you if you're using a lot of cleaning solution, you know, or going through a high volume of water. So this is our heavy duty, high volume machine. This is going to produce the largest volume and cheapest hypochlorous acid, and obviously all the other types of water as well. So goes down to about a negative 800 ORP. We covered that in that demo and a slide at the beginning. You know, and yeah, it's just the highest production and yeah, commercial application basically. So we've got a price down there as well. People that are curious, we've got the K8. This is the latest model. So it is still the most powerful. It is even more powerful than the Super 501. This is the most powerful unit that we have. It is the newest model, the LCD touchscreen. It is the most user-friendly, best looking. I covered all that stuff. It's going to go even lower in the oxygen reduction potential. It's going to be more antioxidizing, more anti-aging. I think I put on one of the videos there too, like a glass of water out of this machine is equivalent to, you know, 20 to 30 cups of green tea. It's huge. Like you cannot eat enough green salad or, you know, blueberries in a day to get the same amount of antioxidants that you're getting out of one glass of this water, and you drink it all day. Like, there is nothing proven or published or shown or anything, not even something to be aware of, regarding drinking too much alkalized water. So one of those things we covered at the beginning, difference between alkaline and alkalized. You can drink this water all day. There's no side effects, right? Like, it's healthy just to drink all day. So 8 plates, and this one we're sitting at 5,000 Canadian. The Level Up 501 series, there's a couple different models. The one you saw, the Platinum, and there's a regular edition as well. It's a little bit cheaper just because it's not going to match your stainless appliances. Back the same, -800, like a Super 501. It's a similar model, power-wise to the 501. It's just that the Super 501, it's basically like having 2 units in one, but it's the similar strength to this. So 7 plates. Drops down a little bit in price there. And this is the entry level model that we would recommend for, a business that isn't using a ton, like isn't doing like commercial cleaning, like using a ton of cleaning product. So depending on your application, we can specify and go over kind of your needs, your individual needs for your business, and see, and help you pick which unit would fit best for you. The Anespa. So I talked a little bit about the Anespa, brought it up there again, and this is just kind of the sheet on the Anespa. So it's ionized water as well. It's got the mineral cartridge inside. It's coming from hot springs in Japan, where the owner actually has the mineral rights to mine it. We've covered some of this stuff. So 15 minutes in a hot shower, a pool, hot tub is equivalent to drinking a liter of chlorinated water. So chlorine, it attacks the thyroid, causes bloating, slows the metabolism, causes weight gain, dries out skin, dries out hair. I know I used to notice that a lot in Canada, a lot drier climate as well. But just, having a shower of chlorine in the water in the morning, just everything drying out and chapped lips and stuff like that. That's coming, a lot of that's coming from the chemicals in the water, and this is going to filter that out. So one application I didn't mention, but anybody that goes to a gym, I'm sure you notice that in the change rooms and whatnot in the gym, when you walk in and it's just like chlorine gas and whatnot. So another really cool application to increase the quality of what you're supplying to your clients in a gym. So I think we covered most of that stuff. The Ukon is the last product in the Enagic lineup that we wanted to go over. We're going over it briefly because it's not as much of a commercial application to what we're targeting here, but it is an amazing product. I've had amazing results with the Ukon supplement in my life. Like, I have an awesome testimonial. I won't get into it right now, but if anybody wants to ask me about it, feel free in the Q&A. So it's a superfood. There's over 6,000 research articles on the benefits of turmeric, the curcunoids in it. So it's been used in Eastern medicine for centuries. It's it's a superfood. It's a pretty incredible superfood. The difference with ours is that it's grown in a totally organic, a totally virgin forest. Like, it's totally organic. They actually use the Kangen water to to produce it. They use it instead of herbicides, pesticides, that type of thing. And they also produce it with the water as well. It's got a patented coating. Okay, so it prevents oxidation. That's the biggest thing with the turmeric, is that it's so antioxidizing that when it's exposed to oxygen, it spends, right? So anything that's not packaged properly, if you've got a pill bottle, you go buy something from the health food store, as soon as you open that bottle, break the seal, it's possibly already oxidized before it even gets in the bottle. But especially once you open it up, within 24 hours, you've lost half of its potential, and after a few days, it's basically just a spice for cooking. You're not getting the full benefit out of it anymore. So yeah, with the coating and with the blister packs, your first supplement is just as strong as your last one. So I know I saw a question. We're going to get into it a little bit here. I saw a question in the chat. Talking about the Enagic products and certifications and what makes us different from the competition. So yes, there is other water ionizers on the market. We are 75% of the water ionizer industry. We're the longest Longest business on the market, 45 years we've been in business. We're the only ones with the Water Quality Association International Gold Seal. What you're getting with a product, if you purchase one of these products for your home or for your business, what you're getting is you're getting direct contact with Enagic. They're an OEM company, so everything they do is in-house. So all the research and development, the design, production of all the parts, assembly, shipping, even to after service, maintenance, repairs, warranty, all of that is handled internally within Enagic, and they keep all of that process internally. So like I said, even manufacturing the parts, not just the assembly. So that's why it's very hard to copy our product, and that's why we are the top one on the market. We've been around the longest, and we don't buy generic parts that other people can put in their machines as well. We make everything in-house. It's the only one that produces FDA-approved hypochlorous acid. That's another big point comparing, if you want to compare us to other products on the market, okay? So make sure you're comparing apples to apples. To get a dedicated hypochlorous acid machine that produces it at the same concentration, rate, and volume that our machines will produce, you're looking at $8,000–9,000. And that's only hypochlorous acid. That's not the strong alkaline water, the Kangen drinking water, the beauty water, the filtered water. That's just hypochlorous acid. Okay, so the business opportunities. So introducing you to that, like I say, if you purchase one product off of whoever brought you into this presentation, you have direct access to the factory. Now, that doesn't mean that you've got monthly fees, quotas, obligations, or any kind of an obligation to promote this product or sell it, but you do have the opportunity to earn up to 50% of the retail price of this product back in commission. So it's massive. The other thing is you don't have to buy this to turn around and sell it. It's not an MLM company. We're a direct sales company. If you go back on the slides, I won't go back, but I mean, if you go back, we're actually part of the Direct Selling Association of the United States, and that's what we're about. But there's no middleman. There's no wholesale products anywhere. You have direct contact with the manufacturer, with the factory. Nobody's in between. So yeah, after purchasing one unit, and yeah. So that covers that business opportunity. So to conclude, we've also got another opportunity with that, right? So basically, we're calling it Empower Your Life to the Next Level. So we also have, for anybody that's interested, if you would like to inquire about it, this isn't the main part of the presentation. That's why we've just put a little clip in the end. But we do have, if you're interested, we do have a training. So to take your current business to the next level, to take it online to social media, we do have a training platform and a training program that will teach you how to do that, as well as marketing the Enagic products. If that's if you get into this and you're starting to use them and really seeing the value that we're showing you, and what it can do, not just for your business and saving you money and providing that value, but potentially for your health and everything else as well. You could also turn around and make a business out of this if it's something that you're seeing the value, you're really behind it. And with our training, we'll show you how to take that and leverage Enagic as a global company. So Enagic has global distribution. They're a worldwide company. Once you buy one product, you have global distribution for Enagic products for life. So take that online, take that to Facebook, take that to social media. Now you've got access to, over 2 billion people, at the touch of your fingertips, anywhere you are in the world as you're on the move with your phone. It's pretty powerful. So that's something that's really cool. If anybody's interested in looking into it, maybe for a spouse, a manager in your business, some extra time. I mean, we know people spend a lot of money on marketing. So, this is a way that you could offset that, do some of your own marketing, teach somebody within your own organization and do it all in-house. Children, college students, that type of thing, something that they could run, whether they're at school or, back home in the summertime, working with you in your family business. So yeah, inquire for any more details if anybody's interested. And that's us. So yeah, just briefly going over what we talked about, but let's do that in the Q&A. We lost 2 people. Well, that's not so bad.
That's pretty good. Everyone else stayed with us the whole time. That's fantastic. So post in the chat, you guys, if you guys got value out of tonight. Let us know. If you have any questions, now is a good time to put them over in the Q&A box. So there's a chat box, but then there's also a little one that says Q&A.
Carly, Josh, we have 2 questions in the Q&A that I have privately answered. The first one is from,
okay.
but it says that if this water is safe for kids. It's the first question. And the second one is from Katie. And what's the manufacturer warranty?
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and so you've got it covered right on.
Yeah, so it's definitely safe. I don't know if everyone else can see it just in case, but so is water safe for kids? Yes, it's 100% safe. Machines also produce clean water that is pH neutral and normally is recommended for medicines and baby formula. Ricardo has a 5-year-old and he loves the water. I also give the water to my 2.5-year-old and I make my formula. And actually, I also clean my fish tank with the neutral water because I was constantly having to change my fish tank like all the time. One of my fish died and I was told that it was because of the chlorine in the water. And so I started using the neutral water, which is just filtered water. And I hardly have to clean my fish tank. I mean, I still clean it, but it takes a lot longer to get gross. And my fish just seems so much happier. And it doesn't, you don't need to put in like the chlorine eliminator that's expensive. So even just like it's valuable for my bloody fish. So that for me is a win as well. Kathy asked, what is the manufacturer warranty? So it does vary for whatever machine that you get. But you know, the standard, like the ones that you'd be most likely looking for business is about 5 years. And they have an amazing support system for questions anytime that you call in. Anagic's customer support is really great. So I see we have another one.
I don't know if you guys can see on there too, you could also raise your hand if you want to be pulled out. You don't have to type. You can actually, we can pull you out and you can ask your question, voice your question or your opinion or your comment or anything, any feedback's appreciated.
Yeah. And if anyone does have to jump off, no worries. Just remember that you can reach out to us at info@empoweredbywater.com. And you should have a brochure still on you. It also has the phone number you can call and we can schedule a meeting with Josh as well to go over specifically. So actually that's one of the questions. How does someone determine which machine is right for their business? So Josh will be able to go over those specific details with anyone that's interested because this isn't a cookie cutter situation. There's going to be different applications, different machines that your business is going to use. So that's where a detailed call can come in place to go over that.
Yeah, exactly. We need to really understand what you're looking for in your business, what you're interested, you know, what you even deal with. I mean, it's such a broad question, but I mean, yeah, we can find a solution for it. It's such a versatile product that we'll be able to find some way that you know, you're going to get your money back and see the value out of this machine. Absolutely.
Kristen says, this may sound crazy, but can you use the Anespa to fill up a hot tub? I'm sure it would take a long time. And I use a natural enzyme product to keep it clean. Good question.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? I mean, that's pretty awesome. That would be really good. And yeah, natural enzyme product to keep it clean, I guess. Yeah, because I mean, I was first when you said that thinking about filling it up and then, you know, chlorinating it. But I mean, at least you'd still have all the minerals and everything in. So I don't know why not.
I have seen some people that cleans the hot tub with the 11.5 and then the 2.5 after it has been used. They sprayed the water. And I have seen videos as well. I don't have a hot tub, but I have seen people that fills the hot tub with the Anespa, and it doesn't take that long.
Huh. Interesting. I have a hot tub and I'm looking to sell it if anyone wants one. I hate maintaining the chlorine level in it. It drives me nuts. Plus knowing how bad the chlorine is for me now. So yeah, anyone wants a hot tub, look me up. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, I actually should get the stuff you use, Kristen. That's the worst thing about a hot tub is maintaining everything.
Definitely. Cool.
All right. Well, thanks again, Josh. That was fantastic. Every time I listen to it, I take out another little piece of value. So thank you so much for doing that. Thanks to Ricardo for being the man on the chat, answering the questions. Thanks to everyone who took time out of their evening to watch this live recording. For anyone watching the replay, again, reach out to us, reply in the email with any other questions that you have. We can schedule a phone call. And yeah, have a fantastic evening. And any last thoughts, Josh?
No, I don't have any. Thanks a lot to you as well, putting everything together. And I mean, everybody here, everybody on the team. So yeah, thanks a lot for everything you do as well. And yeah, looking forward to hearing back from some people and the next presentation.
Fantastic. Okay, guys, have a fantastic evening, and we will be sending out the recording in an email for everyone to just go back and watch if they missed anything. And so yeah, bye guys. Thanks so much.
Ciao.